Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We are your weekly source for the latest news, updates, discussions, and debates that branches out to beyond than just gaming. We are not only blurring the lines between gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and even music. We are amplifying voices from those respective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Join us as we record the show live over at twitch.tv the Impact Play and by clicking on that notification bell so you will be notified when we do go live or later on YouTube or even on your favorite podcast platform. You simply search for the Impact Play. However you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Join us on Patreon, Silver Recruits and above, get the show ad-free. Go to Recruits and above, have exclusive access to not only the post-show, but they give you a call in to be a part of the live experience, plus early access to our VODs, and so much more perks. Learn more and become a Patreon supporter today at patreon.com the Impact Play. And speaking of ads, this episode of the Impact Play is sponsored by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, you're definitely missing out. Give it a try. It's free and simple. Plus, you've got nothing to lose. You don't need the best equipment out there. All you need is your phone and something to talk about. There's even creation tools that allow you to not only record, but also edit your podcast, all within the app. Whatever your passion is, Anchor is the surefire way to not only start your podcast, but also distribute it across a multitude of platforms, including Spotify, Google and Apple Podcasts, and so much more. Download the free Anchor app or simply go to anchor.fm to get started. I'm Charles Muhammad, otherwise known as It's Yagu. This is episode 130. We are an Epic partner, so for every purchase you make within the Epic ecosystem, when you use our credit code, the Impact Play, we get a commission that will help support and further elevate the show and take us to new heights at no extra cost to you. So again, use our credit code, the Impact Play, all one word, and is not case sensitive. So whenever you buy any Fortnite V-Bucks, the latest car in Rocket League or what have you, no matter what console, no matter what platform, this is just one of the many new ways that will go out and support the show. So again, use the credit code Impact Play, all one word. Thank you guys so much, and let's keep it on. On the agenda, we will be taking a look back at our greatest moments of the year, in addition to the top stories of the week. So welcome to our very first segment of the show, where we discuss what we have been playing, what we have been enjoying, and essentially what we have been up to. So I'm playing Rocket League, hopefully with the new Winterfest that's going on now within the game. I ended up playing some more Rocket League Sideswipe as well on my mobile device, which was phenomenal. It's always a great time playing Rocket League, no matter whether it be the mobile game or Rocket League on Xbox or PC. But nonetheless, I do want to hop into some Destiny 2 as well. Hopefully, I'll be able to play later on during the day or during the night. But when I do, I'll be sure to go live when that does happen. So, now we're going to move on to our main segment of the show, where we take a look back at some of our greatest moments of 2021. Once I find it, I think it's it. Okay. So literally, we're gonna discuss this first. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Is that it? Nope. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's see. For all of you audio listeners, be sure you're checking out the VOD later on, because you're definitely gonna miss out on a ton. Okay. I just easily pulled up our Instagram page because that's the easiest way to do it. Okay, we're gonna start right here. Literally on 14 weeks ago. So we Right, September 16th, we attained 1,000 views on YouTube. That was just the beginning of a long run of of goals that we were reaching and surpassing. On September 29th, we reached 1,500 views, and October 1st, we reached 300 over 300 subs on YouTube. October 5th, over 4,000 views. And not too long after, October 6th, we reached 5,000. So we've been surpassing and passing our goals like left and right on our YouTube page. 7,500 views a couple days later on October 29th. October 1st, 10,000 views. And now I believe we're at 11,000, if I'm not mistaken. No, we surpassed 11,000 views. And speaking of achievements, we also reached way past 20. Our the podcast being viewed and streamed to over 20 countries nationwide, countries that I never knew we would reach at all. So we are not just nationwide, we are global as well. And a huge shout out to VidIQ for helping us celebrate these achievements as well along our journey. And then here's our Spotify Wrapped of 2021, 41 episodes. We reached over like 30 countries as of this post. Our followers have increased way past 33%. We'll take a look at that later, but yeah. We did, and we had such amazing guests throughout the year. And our first guest of the year was author and writer of The Unveiled, MC Ray. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys haven't watched it, be sure to check out episode 87. I think I messed up. Left to right. Wait, hold on. I think YouTube is muted. Yeah, I figured. More than just gaming. We are your weekly source for the latest news, updates, discussions, and at times have debates that branches out beyond than just gaming. You can be a part of the life, and even those.
My name is MC Ray. I identify as a creative. From Atlanta, Georgia.
And I first met him at, I believe it was MomoCon.
Characters at the forefront.
The last, not the MomoCon that I covered this year. I believe it was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. That's when I first met him initially.
Of 2020. So that is who I am.
And I met him again this year's MomoCon as well. I'll showcase that later on. How did you find the path that you're on now? What was your initial passion for writing? This wasn't my first interview, but it was definitely my
to a
first
large degree,
interview
I've
of the
always
year.
been a writer. In elementary school, we would have like these competitions, and I was like always in them and doing them and going like.
So
we'd
it's
have,
phenomenal
anything from poetry to,
having some amazing guests
just
that turned
freelance
out to
writing
be
that you would
such
submit
phenomenal
for,
friends.
and I would
as
do
well.
one every year in place. So it was always just something I did. I think it became an outlet when I realized, or I guess when I realized how like, hey, I want to write and do this kind of, something hopefully one day like completely professionally, but like put work out there for people to consume. Was when I got older, I realized there was just like not a huge voice in Black YA at all. Even when it comes to reviewers, I don't really see as many that look like me. And even like was just like as a man, not really that many. And we like to read just as much. We like fantasy. I think if you're like, especially since like gaming is like number one with men, likely we would like that same type of, interaction when it comes to our reading. So just writing things that people would be interested in outside of the normal space that normally is centered around really just white women. And so that was kind of why that's how The Unveiled came to being, but also just a lot of my writing is speaking on a lot of the topics and a lot of the things that like we're interested in and just making sure that we're putting Black characters at the forefront.
Nice. Glad to hear it. All right. We could easily play the whole entire episode if you guys are interested in checking that out. You have to go back and check out episode 87 on Valentine's Day. And now, we also did a co-stream, so we had a special guest on the show. Let me see if I watched this. I don't want to watch his name. Mikel Casanova from the Casanova podcast, the #1 gaming podcast in Hawaii. You guys are interested for some more gaming content? Be sure to check out his podcast. Twitch.tv/TheImpactPlay. And by clicking on the notification bell, back then. So you will be notified. How old was this video? Go live or later on YouTube, or even on your favorite podcast platform. Simply search for The Impact Play. Oh, February. Wow. Muhammad, otherwise known as It's Yagu. This is episode 89. Months ago, almost February is Black History Month, and we are empowering, uplifting Black voices and giving Black artists, creators, entertainers, and even those in the gaming space a chance to shine in the limelight, and even to share their stories here on Impact Play. On this latest episode of Impact Play, I'm joined by Mikel Casanova from the Casanova podcast. So we discuss Sony State of Play. Anthem is now officially cancelled. The PlayStation 5 is finally getting a storage upgrade. Is Microsoft planning a Bethesda event? And the latest Pokemon Direct. Plus the top news stories in the gaming space. So, before we get into it, let us know who you are, what it is you do, and how long you've been in the space.
All right. So I'm Mikel Casanova.
And he also had a daughter a couple of months ago. His firstborn, so I didn't like congratulations to him as well.
I've been a podcaster for about,
and he's doing such phenomenal work as well.
6 years. I've been hosting.
So he does tech reviews, gaming reviews, and what have you.
Where I interview people in the video game industry, tech industry, content creators, celebrities, and more. And basically, it started off with me just doing that because I was, no one else in Hawaii is doing it, and I'm like, I'm really into games and tech and tech and more. So it's like, yeah, why not? I'll start off doing that, and then, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that became my full-time career. I've been doing this more than 2 years as well. So we literally started around the same time. And other than that, I do YouTube.
Well, he started about a year earlier than me, though. But yeah, awesome. You've been in the space a lot more than I have. I'm going over a year now in the space.
How do you like it so far?
So far, so good. Like honestly, I could have started it a couple months earlier, but I don't know what it was. It wasn't just I needed like the best tech or the best equipment. It was just that I have no idea what was just putting a hold on me. I have no idea. So I just started with like positivity. And after that, after listening to a gamer tag radio is what got me into the gaming space. I'm like, wait a minute, I could actually make an impact into something that I enjoy.
Oh,
literally,
Danny,
that's my story.
Yeah,
they're really good. Danny in Paris.
Yeah,
and even Pete. Yep, phenomenal. Then here's, I believe, it's the last interview that we did. Yeah, this is the last interview that we had in the year. It won't be the final guest appearance as well. We're gonna have many more coming this year to come, and we're working on that phenomenally. Hold on, let's zoom in. Numbers is not beyond than just gaming. YouTube or even on your favorite.
My name is King Hazel, and I focus on hip hop.
Okay. What made you follow the path that you're currently on to become an artist? He turned out to be a phenomenal friend as well. Like literally.
Okay, what made me follow?
He's from here in Atlanta.
I started off in a church choir at the age of 13. Went to Riverdale First Baptist. I started singing off in that church choir. And then 2009 is when I branched off to hip hop. And it all started from listening to old music back in the days, like as in the 2000 eras. Franchise Boys, Bow Wow, Crime Mob, all the Atlanta music, DJ Soulja Boy, stuff like that. My friend Garrett, he used to burn CDs, and he used to song for like $5 with mixed music on.
I used to do that back in the day too.
Into the mixed music, it made me like hip hop because all I used to listen to was gospel growing up.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you based in? Where are you located? For those who don't already know.
Riverdale, Georgia.
Riverdale. So okay, nice. Yeah. And now I uploaded this from my car because I was out of the studio due to health and safety concerns regarding COVID. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We are your resource for the latest. And you can tell how clear the audio is from my Samsung Galaxy Buds Live Assistant. This is not an ad or sponsored video, other than from Anchor, but nonetheless, they did such a great job as well. And I love using them for like interviews and stuff like that. So you will be notified when we do go live or later on the Impact Play. However, Chris and above have early access in regards to the Impact Play, the cast, and here we are. So, due to health and safety concerns, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I am out of the studio, as you guys can tell, and we want to be returning anytime within about a week or so. So hopefully we can return safely to the studio. But as of now, there will not be any a normal live recording of the show due to all of our equipment is at the studio. So I did order a mic as well. Hopefully that'll come in about a week. In regards to the mic, this is the new mic that I'm using. Let me take off the blur real quick. Hold on. Where is the thingy? Buddy. So this is the Elgato Wave 3 that I'm using. That's when I ordered when the pandemic first hit the studio. And then literally I wasn't able to use it because it came a lot later than expected, and I ended up just using it in the studio as well. I ended up upgrading some of the studio equipment. All right. This is when we were back at the studio with the new mic, as you could see. Just ended up doing a full episode as well. And then one of our huge milestones as well was the Impact Play 2021. Which we also did a charity stream for as well, which was November 16th of 2019. That's when we first began the show. Where we have dubbed the Impact Play Day. So welcome to the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We your weekly source for the latest news, updates, discussions, and debates that ranges up to beyond than just gaming. We're not only tech, we do get a commission charity stream as well in support of Extra Life that will be supporting Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, which is a Children's Healthcare Network hospital. So literally our goal today, hopefully, will be up to $1,000. So if you guys are interested in checking out the full VOD of the video, you have to check out our YouTube video at youtube.com/the Impact Play. And go to the playthroughs, the Impact Playthroughs channel playlist. So I appreciate, and there's also rewards as well. So be sure to claim that during your donation as well. Started it off straight from my phone. So I used to. Yeah, look at this. How I started. And on Instagram, on my own personal channel, the bots are still there for you to view, and you could just see the progress and the changes that we've done over the past 2 years. So I started off just positive quotes because, as some of you are aware, I am so much into positivity. And then I just started from there, branching out from there. And then I got into gaming as well. I was listening to a good amount of podcasts in the very beginning. Gary V, I'm sure some of you are aware of him, listening to his podcast literally on a daily basis. Like I know I wanted to start my own show, but I don't know what cause I could have started this a lot earlier, a lot sooner, but for some reason, yep, just in my head there was like a block where I did it. I guess I wasn't ready just yet. I wasn't just having like everything best equipment because I started straight from my phone, even though the audio quality wasn't that great either. And then as the months went by, I ended up getting an external mic and plugged it directly into my phone, and audio quality did improve, of course. Yeah, and then from there, I branched. Just a brief history lesson for you guys. Not branched off, but started focusing. If you guys weren't already aware. Gaming. And then from there, we ended up diving deeper into later on into entertainment, so TV shows, latest TV shows, movies, and then sports as well as music. And just recently, we got into the tech space as well. Since as I'm into tech as well because I do have my own show. I do upgrade my equipment every now and then. But yeah, it was a phenomenal time. And then let me showcase. Let me see something. Let me go to the channel. Welcome to the Impact playlist. Free post show. Where is the Impact play? Here it is. Okay, view full playlist. And let's see. The Impact Play Day 2021 second anniversary celebration. I'm going to share that for you guys in chat for those of you interested. That's the full version of the video. That was just a shortened version without the gameplay. Okay, and episode 100 no, actually no, not episode 127. Episode 127 is where we revealed that we were an official co-streamer of the 2021 Game Awards, which is the first humongous, not the first humongous step, but the next humongous step of the show of the year. And not just that, we ended up going to MomoCon, and for the first time ever, as press and media covering the event. Guys interested in checking out the VOD? I'm gonna cover that link in chat for you guys as well, which is our first ever, live event coverage. I'm gonna give you guys a brief glimpse. I'm here at the very own Comic-Con, and the first time as media. Be sure to follow Impact Play on YouTube.com for the full version of the video. So stay tuned and enjoy. Oh my god. I started recording as soon as I walked in. And straight from my Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G. As you can tell, the video quality is phenomenal. But of course, I'm not going to showcase the whole video because you guys are interested, check that out. And well, technically, it's not really an achievement, but watching Bungie's official reveal of the Witcher Queen, with the Witcher Queen DLC on the Game Awards, brought me back into Destiny 2 after over, I believe it's 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, haven't played it for like a year or two. But and especially watching Bungie's 30th anniversary, and then the amazing work that they're doing with the Bungie Foundation as well brought me back into the fold. So I'm definitely interested in playing it, but I don't want to play it off stream. I want to play a live stream with you guys as well, so we could all join in this together as a community. I definitely want to share this experience with you all. But nonetheless, we've been making phenomenal headway with the show. with the work that we're doing as well, with our coverage, with our live reacts and what have you. Literally, this is like doing, I guess, really diving into the spaces that we're a part of. Is helping us level up the show and taking us to new heights, and even further. We have an epic creator card as well, which is a surprising feat on its own. So literally, we're like our work is being not only just observed and viewed globally, but it's also being viewed by big names in the space as well. Now, I don't see this as a huge step for me. I see a huge step for the show as well. The show is the community, the viewers, the listeners behind, and that is the staple of everything that we're doing. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Joining us along these past 2 years. I'm definitely looking forward to the years to come, and I'm definitely especially looking forward to 2022, where we're gonna have such even more guests on lined up for the show. We're gonna start reaching out even more. We're like literally, I'm like fully, I'm like fully invested into the show as well. Like this is not going away at all, and I'm definitely building my own team behind me as well. So we're gonna have different anchors around the show, so it won't just be me. We'll have some sports anchors, entertainment anchors, tech, and what have you. And hopefully that's literally that. This is literally it'll be another huge milestone for us all. If you guys are interested, we'll do I guess a sort of test live on the stream. We'll see how invested you are, how knowledgeable you are, and how you are on video as well. And being community based as well. So that is a key thing. So, like, because we are an open and respectful community as well, we accept anybody. We treat everybody the same as we would want to be treated. So we don't take any sort of hate or negativity lightly, and yeah. So that is not accepted in our community as a whole, or even our Discord on a Discord server. So no matter where we are, that is not tolerated whatsoever. But yeah, literally. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us along this journey. I'm definitely looking forward to 2022 and beyond. But 2022 is where we're gonna be diving further into the space, making more moves and what have you, and having even more guests onto the show. So again, thank you guys so much for making all this happen with us. So again, we're gonna end this here and now. For all you gold recruits and above, I'm gonna see you in a bit on the post show over on Patreon. This is your exclusive live VOD, I guess you could say. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you guys so much. For everyone else, have a good one. Have a happy New Year, happy holidays. For those of you who don't celebrate it, regardless if you celebrate the holidays as well, whether it be Kwanzaa, Christmas, or Hanukkah. Happy holidays to you and your family. And even if you don't celebrate it, enjoy, spend this time with family as well. Again, have a great one, and I'll see you all next year. Sorry, folks, I ended up forgetting to discuss the top stories of the week as well. So we're gonna continue with the show, and we'll have just added on to the first VOD as well. So without further ado, let us get into it. Get into the news. And we're gonna start with your gaming play, folks. Let's see. We have a couple of news stories to discuss. We don't have to, it won't be that long. So Battlefield Electronic Arts is making major changes to its development structure as it focuses on growing and expanding the Battlefield series following what has been a challenging launch for Battlefield 2042. So in the immediate future, EA told GameSpot that DICE, Ripple Effect, and Lito's new Seattle studio will work together to expand upon and improve Battlefield 2042. So the other Battlefield games and experiences in the works are meant to serve as extensions to a degree of the new Battlefield universe EA is trying to create. So there are no specifics available about the new games and experiences yet as of yet. Ubisoft has shared some new details on Assassin's Creed Infinity, the codename for the company's next big Assassin's Creed game. As part of the Ubisoft's latest earnings briefing, CEO Ves Golamat confirmed the title is not free to play and added that it will be a huge game featuring everything fans love about the series. It's going to have a lot of narrative elements in it. It's going to be a very innovative game, but it will have what players already have in all the other Assassin's Creed games. All the elements that they love right from the start. So it's going to be a huge game, but with lots of elements that already exist in the games that we published in the past. So the report also stated that the game won't be released until 2024 at the earliest. The GameSpot for that update. The global version of Steam appears to be banned in China. It's coming over from The Verge. Steam Global seems to have been banned in China, according to reports from The Gamer. Only the Chinese version of Steam remains inaccessible in the country, which currently offers a limited library of just 103 games, a very small fraction of the over 110,000 games that they have as this writing. And lastly, throughout the year of 2021, viewers watched 24 billion hours of video on Twitch, according to Stream Elements analytics partner Rainmaker.gg. In their State of the Stream 2021 year in review report released, the pair state that viewership hours from the platform reflect an increase of 45% from 2020. As for Facebook Gaming, viewership grew 47% year over year as it reached 5.3 billion hours throughout the year. And this is coming over from GameIndustry.biz. Next, we're going to start with your tech play, folks. And the only news story we have is Radio Shack is seen to be coming back. This is coming over from The Verge. Radio Shack, the vulnerable retailer relaunched as an online-focused brand in 2020. Now wants to chart a future as a cryptocurrency exchange. Earlier this week, the company announced Radio Shack DeFi, short for decentralized finance, a market where people can swap newly announced radio tokens as an alternative to centralized exchange like Coinbase. Moreover, Radio Shack insists that it's unlikely positioned to take cryptocurrency mainstream, claiming that Radio Shack and Radio Shack alone can bridge the gap and cross the chasism of mainstream usage for cryptocurrency. We'll see how it fares, because if they're looking to create a new bridge or a competitor to Coinbase, but yet they have a brand that literally died and couldn't make itself more modern, and it ended up dying off. We'll see how this fares. I'm interested. All right, now we're gonna move on to sports, folks. Well, yeah, sports, and then we'll go on to entertainment. Okay? So here's your WWE SmackDown results, recap, and grades coming from CBSSports.com. Paul Heyman is reeling after the determination of his status as Roman Reigns' special counsel. Elsewhere in WWE SmackDown, The New Day and Drew McIntyre Tree reunited to fill Cole's two foes, the USOs and Madcap Moss in a miracle and 31st Street fight. Expectations were tapered for a taped Christmas Eve episode of SmackDown filmed at the conclusion of last week's show. Nonetheless, the company managed to move storylines forward on the road to WWE Day 1 with the sixth main event, a nudge forward, and the Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar saga, a SmackDown Women's title match, and a newly crowned Intercontinental title challenger. CBS Sports was with you all night with recaps and highlights of all actions from the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. SmackDown opened with Kayla Braxton's interview with Heyman from earlier in the day. Heyman stood by his statements last week, arguing it was his responsibility to be honest with Reigns. Heyman insisted he had Reigns' best interest in mind by acknowledging the uncomfortable truth of just how threatening Lesnar is. As a consequence of Heyman's honesty, the former ECW boss was attacked and harassed by the Universal Champion. Heyman suggested his career may be over in the aftermath of Haynes' actions. The New Day and McIntyre were in firm control for the early frame of the match. Corbin made good use of the no disqualification clause, interfering in the match and whooping the heroes with a candy cane candlestick. The Usos pelted Christmas presents over the New Day's bodies. Jimmy and Jay sandwiched Kingston's skull with Christmas trees before impaling Woods with evergreens. Santa delivered Woods the perfect Christmas present in the form of a steel chair, which he utilized Rob Van Dam style with a spinning kick into the chair. Kingston jumped off the top rope, crushing 2 pans of sugar cookies into the USO's heads on the outside. Corbin and Madcap Moss were showered by points of eggnog, courtesy of Kingston and McIntyre. The finish came shortly after as McIntyre ran through the Moss with a Claymore kick for the pinfall victory. McIntyre and the New Day closed the show by passing on Christmas presents to the audience. So what else happened on SmackDown? The SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair defeated Toni Storm via pinfall with a small package after outmaneuvering Storm in a series of near falls. Flair successfully defended her SmackDown Women's title. New Day and Drew McIntyre shared a laugh at the expense of their opponents tonight, Madcap Toss and the USOs. Xia Li called out Natalya, challenging her to a match and assuring her she has no fear. Rick Boogs played Shinsuke Nakamura to the stage for the WWE Intercontinental Championships role, overseeing the impending 12 Days of Christmas Gauntlet match. Sami Zayn defeated Rick Ochet via pinfall after landing a Helluva kick to win the 12 Days of Christmas Gauntlet match and earn an international title shot. A video package detailed Heyman's one-of-a-kind career from its early days up until recent spills from Reigns. Moving on to the NBA, coming from CBS as well. Christmas is an extremely important day on the NBA calendar. As the holiday serves as a major showcase for the league, this year there will be 12 straight hours of action spread out over 5 different games. Some of the league's most popular games and teams will be featured. As a result, there will be no shortage of enticing matchups and intriguing storylines to help some cheer your day. So there is a rematch for Hawks versus Knicks, and which we'll get into shortly. We'll get into the scores. All right, so the Knicks defeated the Hawks 101-87. The Bucks defeated the Celtics 117-113. Warriors defeated the Suns 116-107. The Nets defeated the Lakers 122-115. And the Jazz defeated the Mavericks 120-116. Which these were definitely really close matches. I'm surprised. And lastly, NFL Week 16 takeaways. where we learned big questions of every game and future team outlooks, coming from ESPN. Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers made history in the early game on Saturday, throwing his franchise record 443rd career touchdown pass. Green Bay, which clinched a playoff spot last week, beat the Browns, dimmed their playoff hopes in the second games on Christmas. The Colts handed the Cardinals their 5th loss in 8 games to keep pace in a tight AFC playoff race. This week started on Thursday night, when the Cowboys clinched a playoff spot with the 49ers lost to the Titans. San Francisco has led by 10 at halftime before faltering in the second half. So if you guys are interested in checking out the actual scores of the week, I'll share that in chat. Okay, now we're going to move on to music. Trevor Noah is set to return as host for the 2022 Grammy Awards. This is coming over from Billboard. But yeah, thank you for that update. Next one, we have a new track for Frank Ocean. This was coming over from Hypebeast. Frank Ocean has returned with his special Christmas segment of Blonded Radio. The episode premiered on Apple Music earlier this week earlier yesterday, and featured an intimate conversation between the rapper and the motivational speaker and extreme athlete Wim Iceman Hof about dealing with grief. Ocean's younger brother, Ryan Briox, passed away in August of 2020. May he rest in peace. After the discussion wrapped, Ocean debuted a new song saying that he had begun working on it during the summer of 2020 and then recently returned to it to add more verses. Sure to check that out. So we even have some new music by Nas and Hit Boy's latest project, Magic, featuring A$AP Rocky and DJ Premier, coming from Complex. Christmas came early for Nas and Hit Boy fans. On midnight Friday, the legendary rapper and producer duo came through with Magic, a 9-track project that was announced just hours before it's released. Magic is in the air, Nas wrote on social media posts that included the project's cover art and track list. Midnight ET brand new music to vibe to, quote unquote. The collaborative effort includes titles like Speechless, The Truth, and Woo for the Children, and features contributions from A$AP Rocky and DJ Premier on Wave Gods. It arrives about 4 months after the rapper-produced duo gifted fans with King's Disease 2, which is up for Best Rap Album at the 2022 Grammy Awards. The project served as sequel to the last year's King's Disease, which earned Nas his first Grammy Award for Best Rap Album at the 2020 ceremony. And now we're gonna end this with the last segment of the show with entertainment. So, Spider-Man, this is coming over from Variety. Spider-Man No Way Home is unwrapping another big office bounty on Christmas. The grand finale in Sony's Tom Holland-led superhero trilogy added another $19.6 million from over 4,000 domestic theaters on Friday, putting the film on pace to earn $92 million to $100 million over the traditional weekend. And then the Matrix Resolutions followed with Things 2 and The Kingsman, amongst others. So, Sing 2 was second place, collected over $5 million from over 3,000 venues on Friday. And it was expected to reach over 40 million. And third, we have Matrix, that brought in over almost 3 million on Friday, posting it at around 13 million. And for fourth place, The Kingsman nabbed over 1 million on Friday from over 3,000 screens. And they're hoping to lead at least $10 million through Sunday. And West Side Story was at number 5, less than $1 million. And we have a second trailer for the Uncharted movie. You guys should checking that out. Check that out on YouTube. And we have the Book of Boba Fett that will be premiering in 3 days as of this recording. So it'll be on Wednesday. So the first 2 episodes will begin on Disney Plus. We also got a new trailer for Doctor Strange's new film, Mad for the Multiverses, which will be hitting theaters next year on May 6th. Bridgerton Season 2 release date has been set for March 2022 and will be premiering on Netflix. John Wick 4 Chapter 4 has been delayed over a year. So this is coming over from CNN. And that's going to be it for the show. Give me a minute, folks. So if you guys are interested in sending us free email, here's how you can contact us. I want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and even any questions you may have for us. Sending us free email on our Discord server, or leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/TheImpactPlay, or even by sending us an email to reademail@theimpactplay.com. Who knows, maybe even be featured on a future episode, or even a special read email segment of the show. So thank you guys so much for making the Impact Play part of your day. We should join our community server over on Discord. You have to add the exclamation Discord in chat now. But guys, we're trying to accept over on Twitch, and we need your help to share the channel with anyone who believe will benefit from the show. Help us help the charts over on Spotify, on YouTube, on Twitch, and what have you. And we can do this together as a community. So again, leave us a review. We're just ready on a platform. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one, and until next time.